One way to avoid expensive car repair bills is to be a race car driver. The other is endurance.
Endurance saved me more than $7,000.
Without endurance, breakdowns can cost thousands. With endurance, you're covered.
Endurance.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Well, it's the morning we make, but let's put it that way. Look at this monster. Good morning. We're going to try to find a way to give that away today. Happy leap year, Billy D. It's a very rare day when you get one of these February 29ths. This is a day I wouldn't want my birthday. Of all the days, I wouldn't want a February 29th. You're like 16 years old, but you're only 4. That'd be kind of awkward. Kind of Benjamin Button-ish. Whiskey, you know what I'm talking about? Hi, how old are you? I'm 4. Really? You're in high school, bro? I know. No. I'm 63 and a quarter, right, Trip? 63, though, if you times the 4, I mean, you're old. That's a really old person. Do the math on that one. Woo! 63. That's a lot of 4s. That's like 240 years old. 252. You just that would be makes you 253 years old. Yep. Streety, that's creepy. How do you even know what Moses' toes look like? Oh, good morning. I'm trying to lighten my load this morning. We're going to give this away today, okay? This, I promise. So let's put this to the side and we'll work on that a little bit. Good morning. I don't even know how to get this morning started. Well, I sort of do. Heavy is my heart. As I get the opportunity, and that's the way I'm looking at it, to practice not taking things personal, but to learn my lessons, to make amends, to keep your side of the street clean, to do all the things that I always preach to my friends here to do. If you make a mistake, even if you didn't know you made it, you try to fix it. Yesterday, I deeply, deeply apologize to anybody that I hurt, offended, misdirected, put 100 different verbs behind it. But yesterday here on our show, and I'm doing this live this live because I made my mistake live. Somebody wrote to me and said, well, why don't you just post something? You don't post things. Yesterday, when we were doing our thing here in the morning, and I was showing you guys how I dissolved the concentrate into water, and then I put it in a little squirt jar like this. And then at one point in my monologue, I jokingly made a reference to putting it in a glass of water, and then I said, honey, and then it could be misconstrued. It could have been misconstrued, and seems to have been misconstrued as my promoting slipping people Mickeys or doing something nefarious. And a post went out. Somebody felt the need, and it's not personal. They star in their own movie. They felt the need. Here's what ended up happening. If you took that post that I did and you fade my face out, and all you have is the audio with some text across the screen, and you take what I said out of context, it sounded pretty bad. It did. It sounded pretty nefarious. And for that, I'm sorry. And I mean that sincerely. I'm not apologizing for, I'm not attacking. I'm not saying anyone. You got to be careful when you sit in the seat and be responsible. But it's heavy on the heart because I'm not, gosh knows my intentions are not always, sometimes bad, but on this, of course, I'm incredibly pure. And then the human emotions start. I don't understand. And then you want to get defensive. And then you want to post something back and say, who do you... The saddest part, the person making the original post, I believe from the bottom of my heart, I'm saying this publicly, I believe their intentions were pure. I believe the person was hearing things and said, hey, make sure you don't do this. And my face was fogged out on purpose, so I didn't look bad. Kind of did the opposite, but that was not this person's intention, and I know it. I accept that. I absolve this person from any mean-spirited reasons for this. You guys were experiencing gossip. This is exactly what gossip does. Because I'll tell you what happened. This person had an intention. Hey, make sure that if you're doing videos, you don't put something in there that somebody can misunderstand as slipping a Mickey. Good point. He got it. That's a really good point. Made. It could have been made to the person in private instead of in a public situation. That's a separate issue, but done. Here's the saddest part. Now I'm going to move on from here. Here's the saddest part. All of the people who had comments to the post that don't know you. They didn't watch the post. They just watched the 1 minute edited video of nefarious pops. And from there, I can't tell you how many people have grabbed pitchforks and are chasing the guy down the street in Transylvania. It is sad to see how many people, it's sad to see how many people grab pitchforks. So enough said, because I'm not going to give more oxygen to any of this. I've already given a lot. And my intention is to apologize out loud. My intention is to tell everybody here, and without being defensive, I mean that. I'm not taking it personal. Somebody had something to say, they said it, they had the right. And my walkaway lesson is apologize. I'm sorry. If I said and did something that could be taken incorrectly, And in a position that I'm in here, I need to be more careful and make sure that I guard what I do. So one final thought on that. The gentleman that made the post, my heart is clear with him, other than next time reach out to me in private first. That would work for me. Secondly, thank you for calling it to my attention that I've done something that turned out there. And thirdly, please accept my apology out there for any and for that particular offense. Thank you. Let us move on today so we don't dwell on this stuff. Perfect opportunity, though. I'll hit back to this because I had to walk through this for a couple hours yesterday. I had to walk through it and go, what's my part in this? My part is I did say what I said. Everything else becomes drama, and I get to write my own movie right now. I can dive into this drama. I can post stuff all over the place defending myself. I can do all of it. I can righteous. All right, can we till tomorrow morning tell the people that I may have offended? If I offended you, I'm extremely sorry. And make sure. You guys think this was easy? I'm telling you, Pops didn't even sleep last night because I'm not trying to hurt anybody here. And yet, the pitchforks. How could you not even know a person? And one of your comments to this post is, shun him. Shun him. I went to Brock, my best buddy. Brock, do you know what shun means in the real world? Pops, you're starting to take it personal. Like, okay. A joke gone wrong. I apologize. Let's move on. If I can. Brock, should you do the show tomorrow? No, Pops, you're doing the show. Okay. Leap year. Leap year. Leap day. Leap year, leap day. Today, February 29th, may seem like an error to some, as the second month usually only has 28 days. But since it's a leap year, February has 29 days. A leap year, this is silly, we all know. A leap year usually occurs every 4 years, as calendars take into account an orbit around the sun. Let's see. The next leap year will be 2028. It will be a Tuesday. I had a couple other factos about leap year, but I don't want to run out of time on that. I want to show you guys something. Let's get a laugh in this morning. I need a laugh. Give me 10 people. There's 74 people, 35 likes. We're not doing well. Give me 10 people that could use a good giggle right now. Give me 10 people that could use, now that we're through with all that drama, splama, give me 10 people that could use a good laugh right now. Okay, let's move to that. Okay? Healing! Let's do this. Wait for it. Okay, I spent an hour laughing at this yesterday. Okay? I spent an hour. So let's find it and do this together. Okay, this is so darn funny. Okay. Wait, get rid of this music. In case you wanted to know what the real words were. Two bad chicken. I always wanted to know the words. North Korea. Oh, paper cut. One more time. Those are the words. It matches perfectly. North Korea. I'm singing along now. Now that I know the words. Oh. It's, wait. Now, wait. All right. Okay, so those are the real words, right? You guys are killing me. That's why I think that's so funny in a way is because we do that here. You know how there's songs that you're driving along in the car. You don't know the words than the man in the moon, but you're making them up as you go along. You know what I'm talking about? But those are the words. I do that to a few different songs, and then somebody gets in the car and they look at you. Those aren't the words, bro. Wait, please wait. Wait. Oh, that's why I think that's so funny. Okay, that to me, that's what makes it the funniest. Is I've done that. All right. Now wait. I want to show you something. Took a second to set this up, but what are the real words? After all of that, I'm dying. I'm dying. North Korea, owl paper cut, sandpaper. What are the real words? Does anybody want to know? Okay. Misheard lyrics. Okay. Who? Are we having a lag here? It looks like a lag again. Gosh darn. Some windmill cookies. All right. What are the real words? Here we go. Here is the real words. Now, let's play this song. Okay, let's play. Yeah, I was a little too lazy to plug them up. Here's the real words. Who wants me to play this song with the real words instead? Okay, we already know that this one right here. What is this? Windmill cookies up here somewhere? Okay, we gotta listen to it. Let's listen to it with the real words attached now. Contraria est affectus et defectus semper in Angaria. More time. Okay. Now you know the real story. I don't know why I'm laughing so hard at this. Latin, that's what it is. I scored in Latin. I was like a Latin king. I can only assume. Now, my friend said, he said it's a mix of Latin and definitely throw in the High German. We got to throw in some High German there. That's how come I didn't get it. I knew the Latin, but the High German threw me off. Oh, gosh darn it. Give me 10 people that thought that was funny. Please let that be as funny to you as it is to me. Please. Mostly because I make up lyrics. I'm the lyric maker-upper king. This guy did a great job. How paper cut. Oh, yeah. Mr. Box Gamer, I'm not a doctor. I'm a theologian. Woo, bigger word, smaller word, who cares? Okay. That was funny. Let's watch something else. This guy is literally one of my favorite. If you said Pops, who's your top 5? Top 5 favorite actors. This guy would be on the list. Wait a minute. Where is it? Okay. All right. I'm not only the president, I'm also a client. Oh, Streety. Okay, you guys ready? Put your... So that was good for a laugh right there. Am I right? Got a little giggly wiggly going? We have to get serious for a second now. This guy has something that is profoundly profound to say. All right? And because he's a top 5 actor of all time, watch his delivery. I'm jealous of his delivery, his dictatorial abilities. Okay? We ready? Who do you think I'm guessing? Who do you think it is? Who do you think one of my top 5? Top 5. I can tell you that he's got some of the funniest Saturday Night Live. Cleanie, you already got it. How did you know? Wait a minute, Cleanie? Oh, I know, because Cleanie and I are like this. Cleanie! Top 5, here we go. Let me turn this off. Let me clean up the background. More cowbell.
Something. Connection. That's all we want. Every once in a while, we might find it in a true friend. Many friendships will come only to fade as quickly as a firework, but some, a rare and precious few, turn life up to 11 and keep it there. You gotta hold on to friends like these because just like air, you'll miss them when they're gone. No one else gets it, but they do, because they know what's in your soul, your heart, your mind. They can blindside you, come out of nowhere, but you'll know them right away. You'll click as perfectly as a jack plug into an amp. They'll know what you're thinking before you've thought it, anticipating your every move. They'll understand the demons as well as the angels inside of you, never judging you for it either. And together, you'll uncage a thrill that makes you surge with life. But don't be fooled. Friendships are not easy. You gotta put the effort in and take as good care of them as you do your own flesh. We're born alone. We die alone. And in between, we spend our lives looking for something, connection. That's all we want. Every once in a while, we might find it in a true friend. Many friendships will come only to fade as quickly as a firework, but some, a rare and precious few, turn life up to 11 and keep it there. You gotta hold on to friends like these because just like air, you'll miss them when they're gone. No one else gets it, but they do, because they know what's in your soul,
Have
your
a good day,
heart,
Jason.
mind.
Penny.
They can blindside you, come out of nowhere, but you'll know them right away. You'll click as perfectly as a jack plug into an amp. They'll know what you're thinking before you've thought it. Anticipating your every move, they'll understand the demons as well as the angels inside of you. Never judging you for it either. And together, you'll uncage a thrill that makes you surge with life. But don't be fooled. Friendships are not easy. You gotta put the effort in.
Put the effort in.
And take as good care of them as you do your own flesh. We're born alone.
Boom. I gotta get a couple 10 at least. Give me 10 likes on that one. Take care of your friends. Friendships are built. Friendships are, they're rare. We have a lot of beautiful ones here. We have a lot of beautiful friendships building here. We really do. That's why when you make a mistake, you gotta fix it fast and you don't dwell on it. Just live and laugh and love and learn together. That was good. Christopher Walken, I love that guy. I love that guy. I love his roles, especially when he does these just the off, his B movie roles and stuff. He takes a B movie, and because he's in it, hold on, he turns it into an A movie. You know what I'm talking about? You know who else is like that for me? I'm going to give you a weird one. Steve Buscemi. Steve Buscemi, like he walks into a scene and I'm like, I got to watch the whole, my eye goes off the leading man and I got to go watch what's Steve doing in the background right there. Okay? Steve, I don't know why. I got to watch Snaggly Tooth Steve, Mr. Pink. I don't know why. I like the offbeat actors, right? It's those crazy eyes. You know who else I love? Really like this guy. Two of them, they're almost brothers. Vincent D'Onofrio. How do you say his last name? Vincent D'Onofrio. Big hulking guy, right? Offbeat. And they could do, and Vince Vaughn. D'Onofrio. Thank you, Paige. D'Onofrio. That guy, I love his acting. Love his acting. The movies they're in. Right? I'll tell you another one. We could do this for the rest of the day. We got to stop because we're going to do mycology. How much do you like Adrian Brody? You're not supposed to like it. I'm like, wait, fix your nose, dude. You're in Hollywood. Don't touch it. That's your moneymaker. You're perfect just the way you are. Okay, one other one. Who's the guy? I forget his name right now. Quirky Page. The other guy did Barton Fink. Help me out with that guy. The guy that did Barton Fink. Oh, you say his name, and he's done a bunch of great character actor stuff, but what's his name? And we'll move on. My Barton Fink friend. Barton Fink. Owen Wilson bothers me. I can't do Owen Wilson. Owen Wilson's like, you got lucky because you were like a bunch of people's friends and you fell on the set. Owen, how'd you get on the set? No, I'm being rude. I'm being rude. I apologize. It's a bad joke, and I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. I mean it. Owen, I take it back. You're the best actor. John Turturro. That's it, Satter. Turturro. Now, who doesn't look at John Turturro or watch one of his and think that guy is one heck of an actor, right? John Turturro. Anyways, I better stop. I'm going to get myself in trouble over here. Don't say anything. Okay, I'm going to just play videos and stuff here from everybody else from now on, okay? Paige, I know what a movie that was. Am I right? What a cast. Okay. Liquid mycelium. You know, that's basically, isn't it interesting to you? I know, one of the greatest movies, and you would never, The Big Lebowski, out of nowhere. I'm a minister because of The Big Lebowski. Did you know that? Yeah, I'm a minister. You guys have seen it before. I'll show you again. Yeah. I'm a minister in the Church of the Latter-day Dude. Okay? This document hereby affirms that Pop Shrooms has been ordained by the Church of the Latter-day Dude. I got a seal. I got a seal right there. Church of the Latter-day Dude. Okay? Oh, yeah. Certificate of ordination. Okay? All they want you to do in Dudism is chill. Abide. Abide. How do you feel about that? Abide. That's our, the whole theology of Dudism is to abide. Okay? We'll discuss abiding at a later date. It's important. Get yourself ordained in 3 or 4 different things. Pops, how many ordained things are you in? Shh. Pull out your wallet. You got about 8. You know, one of those wallet things. Which one would you like? Which one? Which one would you like? Whiskey. I'd like the chartreuse one, please. Liquid culture is a medicine. In and of itself, we talked about that. I've shown you guys pictures. We visited a place in Oregon that was turning liquid cultures. They were taking it from vats and turning it into medicines, and then they were also taking it and turning it into other portions of it into slurry to start new vats. The process is very high, what's the right word for it? Privacy, security, high security. You're not allowed to talk about it. You're not allowed to tell a bunch of people what you saw. If you're able to get snuck in a side door. Pop Shrooms, they let me in the front door. Because I gave them my word. I'm not going to talk about all of the procedures, but can I take 3 pictures? You can take 3 pictures while you're here. So that's what we did. Yeah, honestly, a lot of security over it. A lot of security because there's 2 reasons. One, it's new technology. There's a lot of people out there. Their jobs is espionage, commercial espionage. Foodie Master, why am I looking so old? I guess I had a tough night. I probably had a tough night. There's proprietary information that a lot of these budding businesses don't want to get out yet. Kind of makes sense. If you're going to spend $3 or $4 or $5 million to build a facility and get things up and running, it would really suck to see somebody have $10 million and build a factory next door to yours. No, exception, I didn't. I'm just, no, I may well look old. I probably do. After last night, I probably do. Thank you, Niffy. fungal medicine. So is it as strong? I have to ask this question and give a very, 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 very honest answer. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you, Trip. Thank you all. I was just responding to my friend there to make sure I wasn't taking things personal, honestly. See how life gives us all these opportunities to do just what you practice. You get to practice it, or you get to fall down the stairs. And then you could lay there and you could quit. You could turn off tea because you're a bad guy, or you can keep on trying. Do you know how little controversy we've had here? Do you know how little controversy we've had here for going on? We're 5 days away from being 3 complete years of doing tea. We've made some bad jokes. We've gotten suspended by YouTube twice for using copyright material. That's it. That's it. Good morning, Rehan. Knock on wood, right, Herbie? The only thing I was worried about was, and seriously, overnight, like, am I going to have a channel in the morning, or am I going to get canceled for that? We're now making liquid culture medicine. The benefits of liquid, we're in page 186 of Radical Mycology. Rehan, you haven't missed much. Good morning. Glad to see you here, especially with the time zone differences and stuff. The benefits of liquid, we're on page 186 of the Radical Mycology. Streety! Streety. Oh. All right, Streety. Would you guys please let me concentrate? Okay? Ethan, don't do it, please, please, please. That's the other thing, is once you get 20,000 subscribers, the landscape changes. The landscape changes quite a bit. That's another thing I need to remind myself. Okay? The benefits of liquid culture-based medicine production are numerous. With the mycelium grown in dispersed small three-dimensional clusters, the number of its active hyphal tips, where the Spitzenkorpers are shooting off, they're actually maximized, leading to an increase in the amount of enzymes per volume area when compared to mycelial networks found in solid substrates. What's he saying? He's saying that if I take a jar of liquid or a vat, they're working in 300,000 gallon stainless steel vats. It's food grade, the same thing as you'd find at Anheuser-Busch. And they're going to inoculate that. They start with the liquid media, which is a sugar-based sterilized water. They're going to inoculate that. Well, think in terms of spatial geometry. If I inoculate this, there is now a 3D space for it to grow. When there's something in here, it can grow this way, it could grow this way, it could grow that way. It could grow in multi-dimensional directions. And as it's growing, the tips of the growth, the hyphal tips of the growth in here, are shooting off enzymes into the media itself. Later on, the Spitzenkorpers at the end of the hyphal tips will actually go in there and use some of that enzyme along with the original liquid media to continue its growth. It's almost like cannibalizes itself. It shoots out enzymes and then reuses them to shoot out more. Now you compare culturing mycelium this way to culturing mycelium on a flat plate. You only have a couple of directions that it can grow. It can't grow three-dimensionally. It can only grow two-dimensionally. It can only grow this way and a little bit up towards the lid of the plate. But it's very constricted in terms of its overall effectivity, given the same time, given the same originally starting amount. So using a large media source and inoculating it is far more productive than using, and I mean, it makes sense. I could start my liquid media in a jar this big, or 2 years ago we did this. When I first learned about this, I went out and I got 32 quart ball jars, the big mamas. Filled those up with sterilized media, inoculated those. I had 10 of them. I'm Mr. Liquid Media Producer now. I could have made 187,000 10cc syringes out of that. Or I waited till I had 10 big jars of chicken soup. Then I took the chicken soup and I poured it in sieves. Now this was kind of hard because it gloops and it wants to stick to the metal sieve. So after a while I was like, that's not a really good idea. I was coming up with all these ways at home in a laboratory basement to farm this liquid goop, get rid of the media water, farm the liquid goop, and somehow produce something with it that becomes a medicine. We accomplished some things. It was a fascinating process, extremely tedious, because the scale is so small that we're working with at home. You almost have to work at production level scales to actually get a usable amount of this. We were able to get enough to test and to experiment with, which was wonderful. It gives us a ground base to understand what we're talking about. The process is also incredibly inexpensive when compared to techniques used for growing and processing mushrooms on grain spawn. See, that's the other way that the medicine makers do this. They do it two ways. Medicine makers of mushroom supplements, be it reishi, lion's mane, any of those, this is what you're getting in a capsulized form. When you go into the health store, this is what you're finding in the jars, the capsulized mushroom powder. They've grown it one of two ways. They've taken a grain spawn, whichever one they're using. Usually they'll use an oat because it's cheaper. They'll inoculate the grain spawn. They'll let it get completely myceliated. Then they'll take that. They'll put it through a drying process. Then they'll put it through a freeze dryer. Then they'll grind it down to fine powder. You're eating the myceliated grain spawn before it ever had a chance to be mixed in with the soil, turned to fruit, then be ground down and put into a capsule. They don't do that. We do that at home. Our capsules at home, the ones from the fruit, test out a little stronger. The myceliated spawn guy, he tests. There's definitely, if you grow the spawn correctly, it'll end up with some psilocybin in it, a measurable amount. So that's a way to do it, and not have to go all the way to fruit and worry about all the contamination issues that it takes when you get there. There also, the second way is to take this liquid mycelium, farm the liquid mycelium, turn it into a powdered form, put that powdered form into our pills, and that is the secondary way. It's actually becoming the number one way that our pill manufacturers are creating the shroom supplements. We're finding that the liquid culture, a capsule from liquid culture, farmed liquid culture, is slightly stronger than a capsule from farmed spawn, and both are slightly less potent than capsules from the fruit itself. We're going to talk about this tomorrow. I'm going to give you a little bit of a demonstration tomorrow, but I would highly recommend grabbing a couple of jars, just your 16 ounce. Fill it up, get your liquid media, fill it up. You're not going to make syringes for yourself. Farm your liquid culture. Get yourself a big old jar of chicken soup going. Get yourself 2. When we do experiment things, we never work in ones. In case there's a problem with one thing, we can turn to our backup jar. Okay? I want to see you make 2 jars of chicken soup. We don't even care what the type is. We don't care what the strain is, any of that. Just a clean liquid culture. And then we're going to be, matter of fact, we'll do one this weekend here. I'll start 3 or 4 jars here this weekend. I'll watch mine grow, knowing yours will be growing right about the same rate. Okay? And in 2 to 3 weeks, once we have some chicken soup together as a group, I'll show you how I've learned to farm it out without using the strainer, and a couple little tricky do's. I'll show you guys how to do it. So, homework assignment. Over this weekend, start 2 jars. If you want to start more, that's fine. Just have yourself a little liquid media farm. Start 2 jars. I'm going to start them here. We'll track them together, watch them during the show a couple of times during the week. How far is yours? Take a couple of pictures. As soon as they're at chicken soup, we'll farm them together. Deal? Give me 5 people like the idea. Give me 5 people. Dealio. Come on, farmers. Greenie, they could be different. That way you get to watch them grow. I would make them the same just so I want to pump out the mycelium right now. I'd want as much chicken soup in my jar as possible. Okay? Get your LC on. I'm going to make you guys a deal. Can we make some agar jars? Of course you can make some agar jars. Homework it's for the weekend, Whiskey. We're going to make it for the weekend because I won't have time to do jars today or tomorrow. I'm going to start mine Saturday. So I'll start mine Saturday. If you guys start yours Saturday or Sunday, we'll be right about the same level. Okay? Kim's going to have some level land gravy. I think this is exciting. I'm excited. If we can just get a few of us to go along, we're going to start a little liquid media co-op. What? Co-op. Send your liquid media to Pops and he'll farm it for you. Okay? Wait a minute. This process is incredibly inexpensive. There's going to be 1 or 2 of you out there. Sandman, help me out. Sandy, help me. There's going to be a couple of you out there don't have a liquid culture syringe to get started. There's a couple of you. I get it. and you might not have $10 or $15 to buy a syringe. We don't care. Send in an order one syringe. You can start 5 jars with 1 syringe. Send in an order for a syringe, put a little note in there, and we'll send you one from the nonprofit. Okay, so don't make the fact that you don't have an LC syringe right now. Get on it though today so we can get it to you. All right? Liquid culture syringe. We'll send you. Don't ask for a certain strain. Sandy will send you something he has a little extra of. Okay? Sandy will cover that. We'll take care of it. We're going to send off some of the people that need a little, that need a syringe. Don't make it, well, I would have done it, but I don't have a syringe. You have a syringe. You have a source. So let's get after it. Sad boy, no, it's psilocybin mushrooms, liquid culture. So here we go. We just made it even less expensive than it said here. It said here it's an inexpensive process. It's inexpensive. You could do this whole thing for $15 and some light Caro syrup at home. Water, distilled water, light Caro syrup, and a syringe of liquid culture, a couple of ball jars. You're in the game. That's it. It's pretty good. We'll go through this again tomorrow. Promise, we're going to cover this again tomorrow. So you guys are ready to go for this weekend. Streety, we'll give them the recipe here tomorrow too. We'll tell you exactly what liquid culture to use. We'll help you set up your liquid media. Okay. Yields. Wait, it's also quite quick, the process. Requiring only a few days or weeks to obtain large quantities of medicine. Get prepared, kids. Large quantities coming. Okay? We're going to give you a list of ingredients tomorrow. Tell you what to make sure you pick up over the weekend. Okay? Yields of the major metabolites can also be quite high, with typical returns being 50 to 100 milligrams per liter. In exceptional cases, the yield may be as high as 1 gram of a given compound per liter. Talking about how thick is your soup. I'm excited. We've got an assignment to do together. We're going to do this liquid culture farming as a group. Tomorrow, our class will start with, I'll have a list here you can take a screenshot of. Talking 3 or 4 pieces of nothing. Okay? And then we're going to show you how to make the liquid culture. Walk through that. So you know what's in your jar. Boop, squirt it. Walk away. Once a day, leave the jar alone for first 2 or 3 days. Let it start coagulating, colonizing. And then once per day, you'll go give it a shake, not a stir. Is it? No, stir, not shake. You'll stir it once a day and you'll watch that baby grow. Get out of here. We're going to do this final thing very quickly. We only have a couple of minutes left. Third agreement. I just feel like we got to keep on track. The mistaken jokes and things aside. Again, apologies to any and everybody that we've offended. I try to make it we. I have offended. Continue to learn our lessons. Continue to be the best you can be, no matter what comes, what the winds blow your way. One of the ways that we've learned to do that is if there's a third agreement too. Well, there's a fourth agreement. But we're practicing the first 2. We promised ourselves for the next 30 days, we're gonna do everything we can when these things come at us. Don't take it personally. We're not the star in that person's movie. When people make, and I'm not talking about a post, I'm talking about movie of life. You're not the star in people's movies, much as you think you are. You're only the star in your own. It's hard to remember, especially when somebody writes you into their movie. They give you a part. You get written into their movie. You get to do one of two things. Well, you have to understand, they have every right to do that. It's their movie. It's their movie. They hired their own writer. They have their own producer. They have their own agenda. They're seeking their own audience. It's their movie. You're a bit part player. The easiest thing to do is not watch the movie. Understand, it's not, if it's about you, then you would have wrote the movie. You can only star in your own movie. Look at how people write about you in their movies. And I'm talking about husbands and wives relationships right now. I'm talking about bosses and children's relationships right now. I mean, bosses and employees, parents and children. You're not the boss. You're not the. You have no idea what the employer has gone through. The employee. You're not the employee. You have no idea. They star in their own movies. We don't even have to watch each other's movies. The best part about the whole thing is you can change channels. You know, there's movies about you out there. You don't even know. What difference does it make? Who cares where it's coming from? What matters is, what did you decide to do? You decided to fix it? Grow. Here's what happens. How do we take things personally? Happy Dirt? How does it happen? We make assumptions. That's about me. It isn't. Well, it's got up, they said my name. So? Did you write it? Did you produce it? Did you finance it? Did you pick the audience? No. Then I don't. What's the problem here? And the more leadership you take on, the more the opportunities come for you to step up and really be a leader, or to crumble and be the person they say you are. You're allowed your fleeting moments. Let me think. If you stop for 10 seconds and say, why? You'll say, because it's not about me. If I make an assumption, then it becomes about me. And now the drama starts. All the drama. I open the floodgate personally. And then I can swim around in it. What's the best way to make a muddy hole, the water in a muddy hole, clear? What's the best way? Don't throw any more rocks in the water. Don't stir up the water. Just let it clear. Let the mud settle. Stay out of it. Don't make assumptions. Can I just say it to you this way? That mud puddle was there way before you came along. You know what I'm talking about? Give me 5 people who understand what I just said. That mud puddle was there way before you came along. The mud puddle is not about you. You assume they made a mud puddle so they could push me in and this and that. Wow, you're as whack as the pusher. That mud puddle was there way before you came along. You get it, oh, something, little splash, clean it up, and move on. I'm assuming that the reason that there's going to be another one. Do you know our assumptions are going to kill us before we even get there? The third agreement is don't make assumptions. We have a tendency to make assumptions, not just 1 or 2 a day. Not about this. We make assumptions about everything. We make assumptions about everything because we're the center. So if it has to be about me, everything orbits around me. We evolved making assumptions. Our assumptions are the thing that are the most poisonous thing. Well, I assume that I'm assuming. You know what the only thing I know, I'm not taking it personal. I've actually, at some points, and I'm not saying this in a self-righteous way, I will pray for the person. Somebody that says to shun you and they don't know you, it's about them. That's a hurting, painful soul. You can, I'm going to get him for saying that and shun him. Oh, yeah, shun me, shun you. Shun, shun, shun. Next thing you know, you're in the Middle East. Next thing you know, and you don't know who shunned first. My God. It makes your heart hurt. Makes your heart hurt. Not for yourself. It's like, where did humanity go? And it's, because you can do it through here and you don't have to face the people. Because you can post it. Boop. Now I can run out. And I can't imagine that not feeling painful. You know how terrible. I mean, people that are shunned, that's what we do with people when we put them away in prison for life. That's it. You can't live in our society. The problem with making assumptions is that we believe they're true. Well, it never came into our head if we didn't think it was true in the first place. Now we get a good chance to practice. We get a really good chance to practice. It came into my head. I'm a human being. I got an assumption. What am I going to do with that assumption? What am I going to do? The best part is, impeccably, I can kill an assumption as fast as it grows. Now, because you feel them coming. The older I got, the faster I could feel my bipolar rhythms coming. I can feel them coming. I can feel an assumption coming. I could dive right in here and assume a bunch of crap. It's coming! And then, oh my God, wait till you see what I get to do with my assumption. I can start Middle East. We could have a Middle East in the Michael community tomorrow. Shun the shunners. Because it's all about me. Heal the shunners. And be impeccable. We make assumptions about what others are doing or thinking. We take it personally. And then we blame them for our reactions. Final word. This is why whenever we make an assumption, we're asking for trouble. We're begging for it. That's why they told us earlier, we're addicted to pain. We're addicted to it. We make an assumption, we misunderstand, we take it personal, and we end up creating a bunch of drama for nothing. We'll continue with assumptions tomorrow. We're out of time here today. I want to give one giveaway. I can't wait to see you guys at the Mush Fest 2 exception. It's going to be wonderful. I think anxiety is an addiction too. Herb, I agree with you. It's mental health, so we're not being healthy mentally. And one of the best ways to do that, be impeccable. Don't take things personally. If you make a mistake, a misunderstood joke out there, apologize publicly, the same exact forum that you made the mistake in. Don't take it personally. Don't make assumptions about it. Don't turn it into drama. But definitely, if you can, use it as an example. That's why we spent more time talking about it today than I even meant to, because I really wanted this to be an example, mostly for me. Mostly for me. Learn. Learn and live. What do we talk about here? Laugh, learn, and love. Let's do a giveaway. We're going to give away this monster. We're going to give away this monster right here. This guy weighs 6 grams. Okay? So let me get this guy going. And we're going to do an easy quickie this morning by just doing numbers 1 through 50. Let's do numbers 1 through 50. Whoever can get the first number that's in the chute right there is going to get me, I'm going to send that to them. Okay? So I have numbers in the chute right now. You can say, Bob, kill the game, kill the game, kill the game. I'm glad to see my girlfriend, Vegas Mandy. I hope I didn't say something wrong by saying girlfriend. My good friend, Vegas Mandy, 22. She said 22. I love sending vague stuff, you guys, just so you know. I have a feeling that's important to her. I have a feeling it doesn't matter. We could send Vegas the smallest trinket, and she'd be extremely grateful and appreciative. We love sending her stuff. So, Veggie, off this goes to you. Before you guys go, I want to mention one thing. Again, another thing. A member of our community, Vade, send me your address, doll. A member of our community. I'm just going to say, there's more drama going on around this situation, and I'm not going to get in it. I don't know any of the facts, zero. But Daniel Cunningham and Emily, you guys will notice Daniel Cunningham's here, Daniel C. He's here often in the mornings with his wife. They're good people. Salt of the earth human beings. I want to say this. I love them. They're good people. I don't know anything other than something transpired to where they got themselves in some legal entanglement. Don't forget who they are or how important every member of our community is. I got a message yesterday from Emily. And it's a difficult to read message. Difficult. because she's hurting. And she's hurting from the most... I probably never read somebody own something. Said, we've made a mistake, Pop. We're going to fix it. We're going to own it. I don't know. Please don't ask me any details. Even if I knew, I wouldn't tell you because it turns into gossip. And this isn't about that. This is about love. This is about, there's a couple of people in our family group that are going through it, hurting. And here's the biggest missing. Let me read. Give me 1 second, okay? I'm gonna run long for a second. I'll just pick a couple of things out. This is important because please stay in touch with us. We feel like our community has turned their back on us, and we know that it's our problem to deal with, and we're taking care of it. We're in the process of getting lawyers, etc. We know we messed up, and there's a lot of shoulda, coulda, woulda involved. But that's in the past, and we can't go back now. I don't know, don't ask. It doesn't matter. The details don't matter. They don't matter to me. We would just like to know that y'all are still our community and our friends, because we don't have much of a support system at home. And T-Crew has been supportive throughout everything we went through this past year. And everyone, we are so grateful to have you all and know that we can call you our friends. She asks me to contact her, gives me a number. I know it's not something you want to be involved with, and we're not trying to involve you. We just want you to talk to you and hope you don't think we're bad people. We know we messed up and we take responsibility, and we're doing what... We're so scared. Daniel hasn't been able to eat or sleep since it happened. He's making himself sick. I don't know what to do. Please don't stop talking to us. We are so sorry, and we love you all, and we're doing everything we can to keep everything on us and not involve anyone else. We didn't say anything to the... We just want you to know that we love all of you. We hope that you will talk to us. We just hope that you trust us and believe that we're trying to do the right thing and let people know what's going on, and we're taking full responsibility for what happened. We hope to hear from you soon. We love you all, Daniel and Emily. I don't give a flying F what happened, where, when. I'm hearing somebody that's taken a lot of responsibility. And I'm hearing somebody could use a hell of a hug. That's all I care. And I don't even want the details, because then they turn into gossip. Now you guys have heard this. Do something about it. I've asked you 100 times to be kind. Daniel C., Emily could use a hug. So reach out to them. They're in Tennessee. They're on IG. They're through... I don't know. You can make it happen if you want to. If you know you have a healing hug, now is the time to give it. How's that, guys? That's why we do this. Okay? Let's take care of each other. Emily and I love you guys. Don't you worry about it. And everything works out. Okay? Get a hold of them. I don't actually have, if anybody needs, I could do this. If anybody needs, because they can't reach them, write to my email, and I'll give you Emily's email. I will give you Emily's email so you can reach out to them. Just a loving get well is all they need. Okay? So if anybody can't find a way to reach them, I realize I'm sitting here reading her email. So I can email it to you. All right? MVP, did I hear you weren't feeling well? I hope you feel better, my good friend. All right? You guys, if you can't find a way to reach them, you can reach them. You just want to. You just have to want to. All right? And if I would ask you to do that for their sake. I think it would be incredible for people to reach out to them. Have a great day, you guys. I'll see you guys here tomorrow. Let's keep living, loving, and learning together. Nerdy and Mr. Marmars and Grainy and Niffy, you bet, and MVP and Jesus Christ in Australia. MVP, it's so good to see you. Penny Pack and Niffy and Slingy and Clean. And there's Sadder. Anthony, thank you if you do. Thank you. Sad Boys, it was nice to hear you today. You made some nice comments. MVP Anthony, hello Anthony. Greeny, thank you. Thank you for helping heal. Nerdy and Exception and Paige. Hi Paige. Herbie Von Werbs. Good job, Herbs. MVP, oh, it's the kitty cat. Okay. Cat vibes. Kimberly, you got cat clawed. Oh, I see. Okay. Anthony, thank you. Nippy, Jesus Christ, and Mike, and Saturn, and Mitty Matt, and Michael Allen, and Billy D, and Jolie, there's my girl, and Marcus, peace to you, dude. Trippin' and Deborah, what a pearl. Michael Brown, how you doing? Buddy, Grady, Jesus Christ, and Cleany, File 13, goodbye, Anthony. Cat Meowzilla, Tiffany, nice to see you. Nerdy and Mushmouth and Snaky, and Anthony and Snaky, and Herbs and Free and Rizo. Yeah, I agree. Sandy, have a great day. Thanks for your help with the LC as needed. Benny Ben Slingy Vegas, have a great day. Or should I say, girlfriend? Laura, have a divine day. Evan, thank you. Thanks for being here today. Mr. Marmars, that's a dog's name. Jackie, meow, kitty. Kimberly, Rizo, Jimmy, all the way to the max. Streety, I love you. Thanks for being my friend. Slingy, Jesus Christ, Page. Anthony, EMT, CCS, Mike, Buddy Ball. Nice to see you, Mike. Montana, Kev, bless you. Jesus Christ, and Anthony, and Marcus. And Michael, Shanti. Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Jesus, Sad Boys, Herbie, Jimmy Max. Mike. Anthony, Satter, Wolf, Rizo. That's so important, Rizo. It's the basis. MVP, Kimberly, thank you, dear. D. Anderson, Jesus Christ, File 13. Anthony Mushmouth. Tyshawn, Rembert. There he is. Sad Boys, have a great day. See you soon. Out, Pops. See you guys tomorrow. Love you too, Queenie. Caw-caw! Ooh, that one died.